All right, Chris, so every year teams enter the season and then everyone thinks they're going to win the Super Bowl and then the game starts. So whether it's teams coming into the season with overinflated expectations or teams beating up on lesser opponents like Pee Wee League football teams and getting their fans all pump-faked, we got some contenders out there who aren't looking like they're going to make it to the playoffs, let alone win the Super Bowl. So I want to see which teams do you feel are the contenders in the most trouble. Now, at number 3, I have the Dallas Cowboys and Jerry Jones. Number 2, the Cleveland Browns. And at number 1, those Los Angeles Rams. Thoughts?
Oh, yeah. Well, I can't really argue on any of those, okay? I mean, the Rams, I'm with you. I'm worried about it. You know, 1, we've seen their defense get gashed a few times this year. 2, we've seen their offensive line just get steamrolled a few times this year, and that worries me because they are they're a run-first team, and Todd Gurley's not the same. So I'm with you there, okay? Now, the Cowboys one, the big thing is, I still look at them and go, I think they're one of the most talented teams in football. Their defense bothers me, Tank. It's when I watch them on film, it's the same defense every play. It's either 3 deep zone or single safety, man-to-man coverage. And I just go, that's not going to beat the good offenses and quarterbacks in football.
I mean, you said it. I mean, you saw Aaron Jones take advantage of that defense with the run game a couple weeks ago. You see Robbie Anderson go over the top of that defense last week. And what kind of really frustrates me the most is kind of what I alluded to in the opening, where they beat up on an Eli-led Giants team, the Dolphins who are tanking, and then the Washington team. And so, you know, everyone got all pumped up and say, all right, Dak's doing this thing. This is a really good ball team. And then they're not running the ball like they were last year. Defense is getting gashed in the run and pass game. I mean, we thought it was going to be like smooth sailing for the Cowboys, but it's looking like some turbulent waters on the horizon.
No, definitely, and especially where the NFC is right now, you go, man, it's not looking good.
Very
now
true.
The Browns,
now that's your squad now.
Well, see, the Browns, I don't even know if I would have put them in the Super Bowl contender conversation.
Well, they're a team that was like totally hyped up coming into the season, and they just laid an egg.
Yes, laid an egg. They're learning how to win. They are young. They're immature. Like, they did some good things against the Seahawks last week, but they just made some mistakes. They're not battle-tested. So I didn't put them in, like, that Super Bowl contender conversation for the year. More of like I think they're a playoff contender, and it looks like they're going to disappoint me there. Let me throw one other curveball at you, okay? Kansas City Chiefs, how do you feel about them? Because, I mean, I'm holding them to the standard of, like, they should be going to the Super Bowl contender conversation. And their defense looks like straight garbage once again, and I'm worried about them.
They cannot stop the run. And it's one of those things where when you discard Carlos Hyde because you feel like he's a bum and he can't play in this league anymore, then he comes back into your stadium and eats you alive on Sunday, then that tells you what that running game is too. And another thing that concerns me is they got Tyreek Hill back, but they still dealing with injuries to Sammy Watkins. You know, Patrick Mahomes, he's gimpy. And so as long as you got all these weapons who are kind of gimpy, not 100% healthy, now that teams have this blueprint on how you beat the Kansas City Chiefs, slow the ball down, keep the ball out of Mahomes' hand, and just run the clock out, then that's the recipe to success. And until they can figure out that problem, they're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, you're right. They're not pass protecting well right now. And I think this can't, Mahomes can't be over on the sidelines drinking Gatorade. They're not going to be winning games that way. Like you said, teams running the ball on them. The other thing I'll say too, and you're a defensive guy, I want to hear your thoughts on this. If I'm Kansas City, I'm done with this bend or die slowly type defense. I'm either blitzing, I'm sending everybody and trying to create havoc, or you score a 70-yard touchdown on me. Either way, Mahomes is getting on the field and he won't be sitting over there by the Gatorade bottles all game long.
I mean, yeah, that's the kind of defenses I played in when I was in Tennessee, you know, whether it's that Greg Williams, you know, Jim Schwartz defense where you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. But I think it's one of those things where they definitely need to change up the scheme because right now what Kansas City has in the pot ain't cooking.
No, it ain't cooking. I like your list, though, man. Good job. Way to do your homework.
Yes, sir.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.